Hello and welcome to the part 3 of 100 Years of Solitary Shadow. This is the chapter 1 of Honkai Impact 3rd, part 2. Okay, it sounds like right now confusing, but just I hope it's more understandable. And in the last time in the last part we did reunited with Coralie and Helia here, where they were starting one of their own business with for the Fear festival here, what is taking in the city. So like Fear is like some sort of currency for the shadows, and they will get then return if they are afraid, or not. Only it doesn't have to be fear, but right now it is fear, as far as I understood. And yeah, we are about to find out what is it all about. Why for Earth able to hit the weakest, then at the strongest. What's going on? Done.
今天咱还要跑很多客户呢，就不多留了。
I still have many clients to visit today, so I won't stay long.
啊，走之前咱还是多嘴提醒一句。
Oh, but before I go, let me remind you of something.
影子可不是什么能存下的家当，指不定什么时候就自己散掉了。
Shadows are not something you can keep as assets. They might disappear on their own volition at any given minute.
哪怕想省着点用，也先把它们换成实实在在的东西再说，落袋为安嘛。
Even if you intend to save them and use them sparingly, it would be wiser to exchange them for something tangible first. That's how you can secure your future.
你们来啦！哎呦，抱歉，本来正要去找你们的，结果被邻居拦住了。
Here you are. Sorry. I was on my way to find you, but I got stopped by the neighbors.
哎，危机拖得太久，大家都有点着急了。
The Fear Gathering is dragging on a bit too long, but everyone is getting a little anxious.
所以你就是那个负责危急的人。
So you are the one in the charge of the Fear Gathering?
哎嘿嘿，虽然没明说，但我也没有刻意瞒着各位吧。
I never admitted outright, but I never deliberately kept it in a secret from you either.
毕竟拿得出手的事情也就那么几样，还是想等到合适的时候再卖弄。
After all, there are many things about me worth showing off, so I wanted to wait for the right time to tell.
我果然没猜错，虽然和和气气没什么架子，但你其实是个大人物嘛。
I knew it. You may masquerade as being laid back and easygoing, but you are actually a big shot.
哪有，咱也是狐假虎威罢了。
Ah, please. All I was doing was adorning myself with borrowed plumage. Saying that, the girl raised the uniquely shaped object in her hand.
想要和影子做生意，还是得仰仗他呀。
If you want to do business with shadows, she is your only shot.
其貌不扬是吧？但
She may not look the nicest, but for no apparent reason, the girl slumbered in place. seemingly unable to bear the weight of the object in her hand.
其实就是我之前提到的法退啦，很了不得的。
Actually, this is the shell that I mentioned earlier. It's really quite remarkable. Is there any difference between this one and the other I have?
一开始的时候恐怕没什么差别，如今嘛，就太钝了些。
At first, there probably wasn't much difference, but now it's become much too dull.
嗨，什么物件隔太久了，不都会这样吗？
That tends to happen to objects if they have been left collecting dust for too long. We had this cutscene where we solved this object and someone came in and picked it up. It probably was the Songque herself.
也就是说，我的那一个也有机会变回过去的样子，甚至也能进行为击。
Are you saying there's a chance that mine will revert back to its original state? Could it potentially participate in the Fear Gathering?
道理是这个道理，但睡着和死掉还是有所不同的。
Theoretically true, but there's big difference between asleep and dead.
不过你真要有兴致啊，朝这个方向努力倒也无妨。
However, if you are really interested, it might not be a bad avenue to pursue. Is the Fear Gathering conducted through it?
当然，真要在这条街里找拿那些影子有法子的人，可一个都没有了。
That's right. If you are looking for someone who can wrangle with those shadows on the street, there isn't a single one left. Wrangle. Wrangler, don't wrangle. Wrangle, not wrangle. That's right. If you're looking for someone who can wrangle with those shadows on the street, there isn't a single one left.
不会吧，连你也不行？
Really? Not even you?
这个嘛，只能说，好汉不提当年勇。
Why drive on past glories?
收集恐惧看来确有其事。克拉丽，这会是量子之海的什么转换机制吗？
This concept of collecting fears seems to be a very real thing. Coralie, could this be a mechanism of the Sea of Quanta?
我更倾向于这里对恐惧的定义有所不同。
I'm more inclined to think that they have a different definition of fear here.
没什么不同吧，就是字面意思。
What's so different about it? Or could it mean anything else other than the literal definition?
只要你确实感到了害怕，那它就能被取出来。
Only if you experience genuine fear can it be exchanged.
至于其中的门道，我也说不上来，只不过是照搬祖宗之法罢了。
As for its secrets, I can't really say. It's just following the ancestral method, I suppose.
那反过来说，危急的执行者其实是谁都可以。
So if we look at this from another perspective, anyone can be the executor of the Fear Gathering.
唉，除了迫不得已，一般人哪乐意和影子打交道呀？
Yes, but who would want to deal with shadows unless they had no other recourse?
外面什么光景，你们不是也见过了吗？即使这么多年过去了，他们也还是觉得影子和脏东西没什么两样。
You have seen what it's like outside, haven't you? Even after all these years, they still consider shadows to be a sort of evil spirit.
就连咱自己，也是2-3个月才跑这么一趟。平时嘛，还是干些咱自己的事儿。
Even for me, I only make this trip once every 2 or 3 months. For the rest of the time, I mind my own business.
卜卦占梦，看相望坟，勉强混口饭吃。
Fortune telling, dream interpretation, palm reading, bomb, geomancy, you name it. I dabble it all. A girl gonna make a living.
原来如此，
I see.
宗教是自然法则的人类化，而巫术是人类行为的自然化。
Religion is the humanization of natural laws, while witchcraft is the naturalization of human behavior.
自从我认识他们的时候起，这位就喜欢说这些让人半懂不懂的啦。
Even since I have known her, she has always enjoyed rattling off these abstract statements that makes you scratch your head.
那反正维吉还差着不少人呢，要不你们跟着我一起去瞧瞧？
Well, Songque the Fear Gathering is still short on attendees. Why don't you come with me and see for yourself?
要是遇上想一手交钱一手交货的，就没有那么神神叨叨啦。
If we came across someone who wants to do a cash on delivery deal, they won't be so cryptic to you then.
说不定他们还会再顺手送我们一点土特产。
And they might even give us some local specialties as a bonus.
这就因人而异了吧？
Yeah, that depends on the individual. Sounds good to me. Let's go.
那是
Is it that? What exactly did you notice?
怎么了？
What's wrong?
没什么，只是在我家附
Nothing.
近
There's a
也有
there
家店
shop
用着类似
near
的
my
摆设
house with a similar
大概只
sign.
是巧合。
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
哦，这
I
样。
see. By the way, she has like here on the main wall her own business brochure.
开箱寻宝，多多益善。会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
Little girl.
来了来了，等着急了吧？
Here we are. Getting impatient, aren't you?
马上就不会再害怕啦。
Soon you won't need to be afraid anymore. And such a great character, I swear.
看上去似乎没什么特殊之处。
There doesn't seem to be anything special about it.
别急嘛，凡事都讲究个起承转合，现在这才哪儿到哪儿呀？
Don't be so hasty. Everything has a beginning, middle, and end. We are only at the beginning.
这一次似乎比之前快了很多。
It seems to be doing much faster than before, doesn't it?
当然啊，虽然听起来不合情理，但年纪越轻，害怕的东西也越少。正所谓初生牛犊不怕虎嘛。
Of course, even though it may sound unreasonable, the younger you are, the fewer things you are afraid of. It's like the old saying, newborn calves do not fear tigers. Calves.
而危急的关键，事实上在于，
And the key to the fear gathering, in fact, lies in... By the way, her shadow like right now have a interesting effect to it.
哎，对，慢慢来。
Yes, take it slowly, slow. Like praying and not fearing. Oh my god. It's that easy.
哦，
还蛮有天分的嘛，以后说不定可以当咱的徒弟。
You're quite talented. Would you ever consider being my apprentice in the future?
你走开啦，松雀奶奶。
What? Go away, Granny Songque. Why? Why so mean?
妈妈说，除了喂。
Mama told me not to talk to you. What did we do to your mom that you actually don't like us?
除了这时候，都不要和你说话。
Except at times like this.
这样啊。
I see.
也是，今时不同往日了嘛。
Fair enough. Everything has changed after all.
各位，这就是围棋啦。怎么样？有没有兴趣亲自试试？
I assume that she did something in the past, which city representatives like the elders didn't like a lot. Everyone, this is a fear gathering. Would you like to give it a spin?
难道这也是一种我还没有见过的根源物质的表现形式吗？
Could this be a manifestation of a type of source matter I haven't encountered before?
可如果是这样的话，不对，还是先不要这么草率的做出判断了。
But if that's the case, no, let's not make hasty judgments.
这是怎么了？
What's the matter? The matter is that you look a little bit suspicious that some city representatives don't want to do with you or anything.
也对，还从没有外人见过咱郎丘是怎么做生意的，吃惊些也正常。
It makes sense. No outsider has ever seen how we do business in Langqiu. So it's only normal to be surprised.
不，我只是在想给自己变些什么东西出来。
What? No. I was just thinking about conjuring up something for myself.
唉，难道你对什么东西都不会感到意外吗？
Don't you ever get surprised by anything?
意外当然意外了，但关键是有趣嘛。
Of course I do, but the key is that it's so interesting.
所以，不管什么东西都能用影子变出来吗？松雀奶奶。
So you are saying you can conjure anything out of shadows? Granny Songque? Granny.
喂，你就别用那个名字叫我了吧。
What do you quit calling me like that?
也不是什么东西都能从影子里变出来，比如连你自己都无法想象的东西，那就不行。
Not everything can be conjured from shadows. Things that you can't even imagine yourself, for example.
原来如此，所以这条街道上的店铺，他们售卖的都是某种技巧，与原材料无关。
I see. So the shops of the street are selling a technique rather than raw materials.
看来你还没有注意到，
Took you long enough to notice.
在这里你或许能找到餐厅，但却没有任何一家售卖蔬菜、面粉或者大米的店铺。
You might find the odd restaurant here, but there isn't a single shop selling vegetables, flour, or rice, and like that. Yeah, okay, that's true. So like basically they selling some like people stuff that people fear, but they don't sell like actual nutrition stuff because probably they cannot even grow it.
我原本认为这里有某种特殊的供货途径，但现在看来，那只是因为他们应有尽有而已。
I originally thought there was some special supply route here, but now it seems like it's simply because they already have everything they need.
没错啊，这100多年咱都是这么过来的。
That's right, we have been living like this for over a century.
虽然不知道你们那边具体什么行情，
I don't know how things are where you are from. Well, we don't have such things, sorry.
但在如今的郎丘，过去价值连城的金银财宝，现在也只能用来给孩子们打水漂，除非它是件艺术品，融入了珍贵的手艺和巧思。
But in modern Langqiu, our once invaluable treasure serves little purpose than being playthings for children. The only exception is if it's something that incorporates extraordinary craftsmanship and ingenuity.
也就是说，按照这里的经济体系，人只需要感到恐惧，并及时提取它，就能衣食无忧。
So according to the economic system here, as long as people feel fear and extract it in time, they can live without too much concern.
克拉丽，你怎么看？这完全不符合我们所熟知的任何规律吧？
Coralie, what do you think? Doesn't this fly in the face of any law we are familiar with? Doesn't this fly in the face?
的确很奇怪，
It's very strange indeed.
神的国度，同时也是绝望的国度。
The kingdom of God is also the kingdom of despair.
虽然并不是一个意思，但用来描述这里倒是很合适。
Although it's not exactly the same, I find it a rather apt description of this place.
据说在地球附近也出现过许愿能够成真的世界炮，但我并没有具体了解过。
There have been rumors of bubble universes near Earth where wishes come true, but I haven't looked into them specifically. So I remember the wishes thing was because of Sa, and Sa granted people their wishes and then absorbed energy from it. So some unnatural energy resources came to true and destroyed the world, and that's basically it.
而且，应该也没办法直接应用于日常生活。
It also probably can't be directly applied to a daily life.
不过，从仪器读数来看，这些影子倒也算是崩坏能的一种具现。也就是说，
Judging from the instrument readings, however, those shadows could be considered a manifestation of Honkai energy. In other words,
这个世界炮的人们不仅可以和崩坏和谐共生，还把它变成了能够置换万物的永动机。
the people in this bubble universe not only live in harmony with Honkai, but have turned into a sort of perpetual motion machine capable of transforming everything. You wanna say that they already do the same thing that we are trying to do on Earth?
这合理吗？
Does it make sense?
废话，当然不合理。
Of course not. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
然而换个角度来看，无论这些事情蹊跷在哪里，它都能让我们的火星探索之旅收获更多意料之外的价值。
However, looking at it from a different perspective, no matter how peculiar these things are, they can nonetheless bring unexpected value to our Mars expedition.
推而广之，我们未曾了解的那位寻梦者的家乡也不例外。
If we take it even further, the mysterious homework of that dream seeker we have searching for is no exception either. The mysterious hometown of that dream seeker, it's us, we are searching for is no exception either.
寻梦者，你的目标还是先设法返回自己的家乡，这一点没错吧？
Entropy, your goal is still to find a way back to your hometown, is it not?
是没错啊。
That's correct.
如果有可能，我当然想先回去一趟，别让一直找我的人太过担心。
If possible, I would like to go back for a visit, so as to assure my friends and family, who no doubt have been looking for me.
那看来，我们还是继续结伴同行更有效率。
In that case, it would be more efficient for us to continue traveling together.
的确如此。
Indeed.
同行？几位不会是不打算留下来坐坐？
And Coralie is so pale, yeah, pale you say. Every time that her blush, like little blush, you can see it so strong. travel together? You guys are not planning to stay for a while, aren't you?
哎呦，抱歉，是不是我跑来跑去的没招待好你们啊？
Oh, my apologies. It must be that I spent too much time running around instead of tending to you properly.
你误会了，我们对廊丘很有兴趣，只不过
Oh no, you have misunderstood. We are quite interested in Langqiu, but
我们是外来者，当然要设法恢复我们与外界之间的联络。如果的确无法联络我们的基地，能联络到寻梦者的家乡也很有帮助。
as outsiders, we naturally have to find a way to reestablish our connection with the outside world. If we can't contact our base, being able to contact Entropy's hometown would suffice as well.
你怎么看，西纳迪亚？
What do you think, Senadia?
嘿，只要事情有意思，我当然无所谓啦。
As long as things are interesting, I don't mind. Free spirit like you are.
不过，最好两边来来回回都可以探索，这样我就可以继续琢磨，到底要用影子变点什么出来啊？说不定还能当个中间商，赚点差价。
Having said that, it would be better if we could explore both sides. That way, I can continue to figure out what I can conjure from shadows. Who knows, maybe I can even become a middleman and make some profit.
倒不是扫各位的兴。
Don't mean to dump your spirit, but
咱也说过，咱都有100年没法离开这个小小世界啦。以咱的了解，去外面的通路的确有那么一条，可是从来没人打开过它。
I have already mentioned before how I haven't been able to leave this place for 100 years. From my understanding, while there is indeed a pathway to the outside, it was never been opened.
又或者，也可以说，打开它的机会已经被错过了。各位要是想去看看，咱当然也不推脱。不过，作为预期管理的一环，丑话还是得说在前头。
Okay, hear me out. But we have a person that can wish from shadows, like coming back. You say that we can wish from shadows things that we can imagine. So if we imagine from our hometown, will it be possible? Or perhaps a more accurate description would be that the opportunity to open it has already passed. If you want to take a look, I won't stop you. But I do suggest you manage your expectation accordingly.
没关系啊，如果我们运气不错，兴许就直接帮你们打通和外界之间的联系啦。而就算运气差了一点，早日抛掉幻想也是好事一桩嘛。
No problem. If we are lucky, we will get through and even establish a connection with the outside world for you. Even if luck isn't on our side, it's still a good thing to let go of our fantasies sooner rather than later.
所以我们什么时候出发？
So when do we leave?
随时都成，也就是再走段路而已，费不了多少功夫。
Anytime works for me. It's a short journey and won't be much trouble. Huh?
不过咱这边也确实讲究个先来后到，有桩急事咱还是得先料理好，毕竟已经答应下来了。
But I must admit that I am stickler for going things in order. There's an urgent matter I agreed to previously, so I will have to take care of that first.
反正都是顺路，要不先等我处理完这件急事，大家再研究怎么离开廊丘的问题，如何？
In any rate, it's all on the way. How about we wait until I handle this urgent matter first, then dive into the issue of leaving Langqiu? What do you think about?
急事？
What urgent matter?
你当时不是看着咱答应下来的吗？已经忘啦？哎，说不准 咱还需要你帮点忙呢。嘿嘿。
Didn't you see me agreeing to it earlier? You have already forgotten. In fact, I might need your help, actually. I don't remember either. We have new NPC models. Man, this dead zone of game. Jesse?
会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
If Amber straight with Langqiu. Maybe the people on the roof? Who
希纳迪
does she
亚，
ref-
保证完成任务，大家要跟上啊！
Locals? Mangora.
好久不见啊，曼格雷叔。
Long time no see, Uncle Mangora.
你来干什么？
What do you want?
咱这不是听艾米丽说您又对围棋有想法啦，特意过来瞧瞧嘛。
I heard from Emily that you are interested in the Fear Gathering again.
唉，咱也想回到古时候去，不过日子还是得过嘛。
It's like nothing more than to go back to the good old days. But we still have to live our lives.
用影子变出来的和地里种的又没什么两样，何必呢？
This is a traditional guy from the girl that Emily is feeling like the father. What's conjured from shadows is no different from what you grown from the ground. Why make it so hard on yourself? Probably in case if shadows refuse to do it.
艾米丽，是之前那个害怕爸爸会死的小女孩吗？所以她就是。
Emily? She was the little girl who was afraid her father would die. So he must be, huh?
你应该也知道，我信不过的从来不是影子。
You should also know that it's not the shadows that I distrust.
就算它曾经是头猛兽，也早就被你们这些
Even if it was once a fearsome beast, it has long been.
不，也早就被他们那几位驯服过了。
It has long been tamed by them. By them. Someone who is even scarier than Shadow?
我信不过的是你，还有那把妖物。原因你心知肚明。
What I don't trust is you and that ominous thing. You know perfectly well what I speak of. Ominous thing, you mean like this gadget what we're using?
咱就知道你会这么说啦。这不，今天带了位你信得过的朋友来喽。
I knew you would say that. That's why I brought a friend along who you might find trustworthy.
许梦者，轮到你出手啦。
You up, Entropy?
我之前不是说过吗？你手里的那一把法器虽然钝了不少，但毕竟还是弃用。努力，当然也能完成一场围棋。
Didn't I mention it before? Although that artifact of use has dulled somewhat, it's still useful. So long as you apply some elbow grease, it should be able to complete a fear gathering, no problem.
如今情势如此，你索性试试看如何？
Considering how things are going, why don't you give it a try? He is afraid of this organization, like from a hand and some other ominous thing. So he perfectly fits the description of fear gathering.
除去助人为乐，也有很多其他妙处呢。
Apart from helping others, there are many other benefits too.
怎么，神棍终于开始收学徒了？前些年不还说不可轻传吗？
So the charlatan has already begun to take an apprentices. Were not you pontificating about how it should not be passed on to just anyone a few years ago?
这不也是为了给老人家行方便吗？
Well, we have also got to make things easier for the old folks out there.
大概也方便他抓人替他打工。
Dropping someone else into doing her work sounds like a sweet deal for her.
瞧你这话说的，放心，这次过后，指不定你就喜欢上维吉了呢。
Haha, there you go again with your witty riposts. Don't you worry. After this is over, you might just fall in love with the Fear Gathering.
哦，那我以后只要和寻梦者打好关系，就不愁饿肚子啦。
So as long as I get on good terms with Entropy, I won't have to worry about putting food on the table anymore?
可是我完全不知道应该怎么做啊。
But I have no idea what to do.
哎，这不是有我在吗？
That's why I'm here, right? I guess.
Langqiu，
Well, all shadows
也不
in.
用一模一样
Doesn't
啊
have to be exact same.
口诀什么的，
Chance
包
and
装，
all that I just know for sure.
这不就成了？
See, it's done. So all this speech was unnecessary. You just have to place the artifact. Wow.
别看我这样，可没有放松警惕啊。
New mode, task. You can accept 2 tasks. Oh, this is my daily stuff. Okay, literally stolen
风景
from
不错。哎，要出发吗？
Genshin, from Starry.
那物资也一道帮您换好啦。
Here you go. Your supplies are all here.
所以
So
他也有他们身上的资质。
she has the same aptitude as them.
那应该不至于，毕竟还是靠器用的本事，只是出口不同。
That shouldn't be the case after all. It still relies on the artifact, albeit with a different approach.
不过对你来说，这下能放心用了吧？
But for you, can you use it without worrying now?
这个嘛，再说吧。陌生人，能问问你的名字吗？我之后说不定也有别的事情想拜托你。
I guess we will see. May I ask your name, stranger? I might reach out to you in the future for assistance with other matters.
明明是在做一样的事，为什么换了一个人，他就这么客气了？
It's strange how he suddenly becomes so polite to a different person even though they are exchanged in the same trade.
这位松雀，究竟
Don't you? What exactly? Yeah, you kinda seems a bit
曼德雷
sus.
说：“你还没放弃吗？
Uncle Mangora, you still haven't given up yet, huh?
已经不可能再出现像他们那样的人啦，这是没办法的事。
It's impossible for people like them to appear again. That's just the way it is.
你用不着吐费口舌，我无论如何都不可能和你们一样，在别人的尸体上生活的心安理得。
There's no need to waste your breath. I could never live off other people's corpses with no moral compunctions like you do.
他们曾经也是人，所以也一定会有人能再次成为他们。
They were once human too, so there must be someone who can become them once again.
而且和那也没什么关系。
It doesn't matter anyway. What do you mean? They were once human too, so there must be someone who can become them once again. The shadows were human too? Oh, who?
无论如何，他手中的这种才能被称作器用。至于你倚仗的那把妖物，哼。
In any case, artifact is the only appropriate word for what she is holding in her hand. As for what monstrous things you rely on, huh? Okay, looks like this artifact is not likable by people.
哎呦，瞧我这脑子！
Oops, I forgot something. Not even sus at all.
还有要紧事得办呢。曼格雷说：“先告辞啦，你吃好喝好啊。”
I still have some big fish to fry. Uncle Mangalo, I will take my leave. Take care of yourself.
走走走，快溜快溜！
Go, 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 hurry up. Yeah.
这么多年过去了，曼格雷说还是这副脾气啊。
Even after all these years, Uncle Mangalo is still as cantankerous as ever.
所以他这是怎么了？
What's his deal?
似乎还提到了别的什么人。
It seems like he mentioned some other people too.
倒也不瞒你们，但这个说来可就话长了。等之后坐下来招待你们的时候，我们再慢慢谈也不迟。
I don't intend to hide anything from you, but it is a rather long story. We can sit down and talk about it when I have the chance to be a proper host.
不过，寻梦者你还真是有两下子。我第一次拿到器用的时候，使得可比你差多了。说不准你很快就会在廊丘成为咱这样的名人呢。
But you have got some skills, Entropy. I was way worse when I first got my gadget. Perhaps you might become a celebrity in Langqiu soon enough. Just like me.
对呀
Granny.
咱身上的担子也能轻些，你也能得些好处。两全其美，两全其美呢。
That way the burden on me will be lighter, and you will benefit as well. It's a win-win situation.
很高兴能帮上忙。
I'm glad I could help.
扯远了，咱还是先给你们带路吧。
Let's not digress. I will show you the way.
对了，
Oh, by the way. She seems to have suddenly remembered something and shifted her gaze to the gadget in her hand.
一直拿着也太沉了些。反正接下来也不是去围棋，也不用拎着你跑来跑去吧。
It's been exhausting lugging this thing around all the time. I'm not going to the Fear Gathering next, so there's no need for me to carry it around.
要不就先委屈你一下。
I guess it's goodbye for now. With that, the young girl gently loosened her grip and let it fall to the ground. Just threw it away. However, there was no sound when it landed on the surface.
好啦，出发吧。
Oh, she... Okay. Nice to know. The puzzled red-haired girl approached cautiously and extended her foot, tentatively stepping on Songque's shadow. All she felt was the soiled pushback of the ground, as if what she had seen earlier has never happened.
别看我这样，可没有放松警惕啊！
What a
一鼓作气，出发！
key! Open the path gaze. Mention beacon. Yeah.
大家要跟上啊！
Go. Oh, that's getting with an idea.
希纳迪亚正在接近目标。
Thanks God, everyone can experience this because she's trial. I was afraid she's not trial.
之前我就想问了，那边的瀑布、河流也全都是影子吗？
And you have to fight like with Coralie or some. By the way, I have been meaning to ask you, are the waterfalls and rivers over there also just shadows?
当然，这儿的人们都称呼它影坛嘛。而且可不单单如此，事实上，关于你们刚才见到的一切，它都可以被称作源流。
Look, we maybe have the same fear definition, but I have like, I'm sure we have the different shadows definition here. Here, the people here call it the pool of shadows. Not only that, in fact, everything you just saw could be considered the source of this place.
就像是日月这种存在。
Like the sun and the moon.
不过记得别靠得太近哦，如果真跌进去，就算是我，多半也要被淹死。
Just remember not to go too close, even I would most likely drown if I fell in.
接下来是什么样的冒险呢？
Alright, right now it's daytime, by the way.
附近有崩坏能反应，要小心哦。跑起来了！
Here's the path. Hey! That's the same from Songque the Fear. Yeah. Wait. How do you call it? Elevator? Such a fancy elevator here?
一鼓作气，出发！
等等，那不会是
Wait, could that be? Oh, it's Arco?
挺不错，
Anka, I mean.
要出发吗？
瞧，各位，就是它了。
Look, everyone, it's right there.
末日之矛？怎么可能？
Why is it called Apocalypse? I have PTSD right now. The anchor of the Apocalypse? How is that possible?
寻梦者，你难道见过他？
Entropy, you know it?
是啊，在我的家乡，它可是独一无二的文物。
Yes, in my hometown, it's a unique relic.
所以，它就是离开这个世界的通路吗？
It is the pathway to leave this world.
至少按咱听过的说法是这样。但现在它和废铁也没什么两样，不然咱也早就溜之大吉喽。
At least that's what we have heard, but no, it's little more than scrap metal. Otherwise, we would have already made a run for it.
在你的家乡，它该不会还有别的用法？
In your hometown, does it have any other use? It reminds me a little bit like World Tree, right? So like you have, this is probably the portal that connects the bubble universes, just like Honkai characteristics.
我们倒是没人觉得它和世界之间的通路有关。在我的家乡，大家把末日之矛看作来自星空的馈赠。
Nobody there thinks it has anything to do with a pathway between worlds. That's for sure. In my hometown, people see the anchor of the apocalypse as a gift from the stars.
就像它所展现出的外形那样，因大崩坏而残损不堪的世界，是因为它的存在才得以被锚定，不至于彻底沉没，化为数据之海当中的残渣。
Just like its appearance suggests the world devastated and damaged by the Great Eruption is anchored by its existence, preventing it from sinking completely and becoming lost and adrift in the sea of data. Yeah, so what anchors do in a sea. Or fitting.
这不还是通路的意思吗？
I don't know. Kinda sounds like a pathway to me.
虽然不知道这东西究竟有多少个，但既然这里也有，那里也有，而且还异常稳定，那我们只要顺着锚的铁链爬上去， 不就能想去哪儿就去哪儿了？
I don't know how many of the things exist, but since they are here and they are unusually stable, if we just climb up that magic beanstalk of an iron chain, can't we go whatever we want to go? Okay, it's an idea. You make it like way too simple.
很好，虽然完全没有参考价值，但至少这次你的逻辑更接近正常人了。
Very well. For once, your reference actually sort of makes sense. And your logic at least somewhat resembles that of a normal person, though totally useless. That's mean.
哪里没有参考价值啦？
Whatever, my references are always on point.
来，让我试试看。从之前星之环之类的事情来看，说不准对于来历不明的东西，我就是有应对他们的天赋呢。
Come on, let me give it a try. Considering what happened with the astral rings earlier, I might have a knack for dealing with things of unknown origin. You're kinda special, that's true.
你认真的？这么多年来，咱都不知道试过多少次了。
By the way, I noticed she has like literally an encore on her design, like here. You are not serious, aren't you? I have tried countless times over the years and came up with nothing.
存在于我家乡的末日之矛，也是在空中孤独地悬浮了上百年，直到最近被一栋摩天大楼囊括进自己的顶层。
Well, the anchor of the apocalypse that exists in my hometown has been floating alone in the sky for centuries until recently, when it was incorporated into the top floor of a skyscraper. Okay.
不过，
But
松雀小姐，或许我认识你的时间要比我们想象中更早。
Miss Songque, perhaps I met you much earlier than we imagine.
你说过啦，在幻梦里嘛。
I know, in the dream, right? You mentioned it before.
不，我是想说，我想起了些自己故乡的历史故事。
Even earlier? No, I mean, I remember something. Story about my homeland's history.
虽然我过去没有留意那个故事中的名字，但反过来说，在松雀你的记忆里，狼丘是不是曾经与另一个世界同为一体？
I didn't pay attention to the name in that story before, but on the other hand, do you even remember Langqiu and another world being united as one?
哎，你怎么知？
Oh, how did you know? Okay, let's go through it again. Didn't pay attention to the name of the story before, but on the other hand, do you even remember in Langqiu and another world being united as one?
不是吧？
No way! I don't know what do you mean? Can I
虽
get
然我的了解
explanation?
很浅薄，但一些人以脱离自己的世界为代价，帮助我们度过大崩坏。
Oh, you mean although my understanding is limited, some people helped us survive the Great Eruption at the cost of leaving their own world.
这类故事时至今日还在我的家乡时不时被人传颂。
Stories like that are still occasionally sung in my hometown to this day.
之前在琥珀街的时候，我注意到了一块招牌，而在我的家乡，同样的招牌也被另一个老字号一直使用着。
Earlier on Amber Street, I noticed a sign which has been used by another old establishment in my hometowns. Hey, wait! Is an idea just casually activating it?
当时我还认为只是巧合而已，但再加上末日之矛，
Also, it was just a coincidence at the time, but no, that I have seen the encore of the apocalypse. My god, Coralie right now looking so cute.
等等，所以我们那时候真的成功了？你
Wait, so did we really succeed back then?
不好意思打断一下，这还算是正常现象吗？
Sorry to interrupt, but is this supposed to be happening? Yes, an idea.
我保证，我只是碰了他一下而已。最多2下。
I promise I only touched it once. Oh, maybe twice at most.
你究竟怎么办到的？
What? How on earth did you do that?
等等，不对，
Wait, hold in. Easy. Coralie, no! Go, what do you mean? Don't leave Coralie alone. Ain't no way.
所以呢？这一切究竟又有什么意义？
We're back to
哎呀，
Vita.
还真是要急死人了。
So, what is it all
langqiu
about?
和欧夏原本就是同一个世界，他们怎么到了这时候才注意到？
Aww. By the way, your door is open, kinda. Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know. I already can feel a migraine coming out. Langqiu and Oxia were originally in the same world. How come they only notice it now? Vita.
不过，我也终于理解你的意思了，关于这一切在时间上的特殊性。
But I finally understand what you mean about the particularity of all things and how it stands out in terms of time.
也难怪你也会露出这种束手无策的表情。
No wonder, even you looked so helpless.
之前向你进行必要的自我介绍，可不是为了让你在这种时候取笑我呀。
I didn't introduce myself so that you could mock me in times like this.
啊，你还说呢？绕了这么大的圈子，归根结底，你就是想让我在你的梦里欣赏别人的梦中梦。
Give me a break. You just want me to appreciate other people's dreams within dreams, all while being inside a dream of your own. Dreamception, as in Honkai Impact right now, and Star Rail.
不提那个偶然催生了3位一体的寻梦者，至少对你我而言，这种梦并没有什么意义吧？你总不会真以为自己活在一本词典里？
Don't even get me started on Entropy, who accidentally gave birth to the Trinity. At least for you and me, this kind of dream does not have any meaning, right? You don't really think that you live inside a dictionary, do you?
你好像略微误会了，我只是想让不同的变数能够在未来以一种尽可能温和的方式见面。
You seem to have misinterpreted what I'm doing. I just want different variables to meet in the future in the gentlest way possible.
如同意志之于表象，如同你之于我。
Like willing to acting. Like you to me.
也如同他们至于自己的世界。
And like them to their own world. You know what? I have zero clue what is happening here.
所以，这到底是什么？
So what is this exactly? Oh, that's a doggo. And that's the guy. Okay, I see. You kind of belong together.
通路
Part way.
啊？怎么看也不像吧？李托叔，你就别拿我寻开心了。
It doesn't look like it at all. You better not be pulling my leg, Uncle Litost.
果是的话，它通向哪儿？
If that's the case, where does it lead?
孤独、苦痛、茫然无措。
Holy. Definition of depression, I see. Loneliness, agony, and endless confusion.
得，听着更不对劲儿了。
Okay, that makes it sounds even worse.
于我而言，或许还更糟。
It may well be.
他之所以屹立于此，正是为了告知，我等仅仅存在，也是受人恩准。
The reason it stands here is to proclaim that we only exist by the grace of others.
这也是我希望你踏入其中的理由。
That's why I want you to step into it.
即使你难以负担，但自由的确是你应有之物，而不是像我这般，终此一生，只寻一死。
Even if it's difficult for you to bear, freedom is indeed something you deserve. Unlike me, who has spent my whole life researching for death.
别！你还不知道我吗？我可不是那块料啊！
No, don't you know me? I'm not cut out for that.
这种事，灯姐之类的更合适吧？
Lantern would be more suitable for that.
不，在所有树中，仅有你合适。
No, among all the shoes, only you are suitable.
我知晓你的渊源，
I know your origins.
只要他们具有性格，他们就能被了解。只要他们能被了解，他们就能被欺骗。只要他们能被欺骗，你就能欺骗他们。
As long as they have personalities, they can be understood. As long as they can be understood, they can be deceived. As long as they can be deceived, you can deceive them.
这座城外面才是你的归处。
Outside the city is where you belong.
更何况，还有另一个原因，比我刚才说的这些要清楚明白得多。
Besides, there is another reason, one much clearer and more understandable. That was I was proclaiming.
瞧您说的，
You are really...
利托斯特叔，别把原因告诉我好吗？
Uncle Litos, please. I don't want to hear it.
我都明白，但我不想听你亲口说出来。就这一次，哄哄我得了，可以吗？
I understand, but I don't want to hear it from your mouth. Just this one. Can you do me this favor?
哪怕仅仅一次。你见过我有所欺瞒吗？
Even if just once. Have you ever seen me deceive anyone?
我就直说了吧，
I will give it you straight.
你没有资格与我等同列，也没有资格与我等一同。
You are not even close to our level. And you are not up to the task of
犯下弥天之罪。
commuting this mortal sin with us. What's going on? What's going on? Literally, like, tell me.
我被丢下了吗？
Oh, I have been abandoned?
难道和海苑城
Bandit?
那里的
Could this be related to the deep?
要来不及了？
Time is running out. Why are you hurt?
等等，
Wait,
请留步吧，小姑娘。
about your
你想
horses,
死
little
在那里
lady.
吗？
Do you want to die there?
谁？
Who is that?
没关系，我倒是有耐
It's
心
okay, I
跟你
can
谈
wait
过再
until you
说
have
这
seen
世界
enough.
上有太多不够
There are
引人
too
注目
many
的事情，
unremarkable things in
比
this
如说
world.
这条通路，
There,
在今天
take this
也不是第一
pathway,
次
for
才被打
example.
开。
This is
不
not.
过，
But
我们不是早就见过
haven't we
面
met
了？
before? What's going on? What do you mean haven't we met before? You're just like a sphere. Why is Coralie hard? What's happening? Yeah, great. We got back. Without Coralie.
老师外出的，
But perfect timing for the teacher to be out.
不过还好，
But it's fine.
比起之前
Compared to the
的
previous occurrences,
眼下的情
the
况，
current situation isn't exactly urgent. Doggo? What do you mean? Is this dog? What are you doing? Oh my god, please, what? This is... Doggo become grown-up doggo. Oh, it'll be done with phase 1.
出发了。
Well, I guess we just continue. I'm here setting cuts, not you, game.
是你建议我按兵不动，于是我和自己的同伴失去了联络。
It was you who suggested that I stay put. As a result, I lost contact with my companions.
既然如此，能拜托你把那边的装置修好吗？
In that case, could I trouble you to fix the device over there?
首先，比起拜托，这是不是
First off, you make it sound like a request. Whose voice is this?
更像威胁？
But it sounds more like to a threat to me, but it sounds more like... I can't. Okay, I can. But it sounds more like a threat to me.
哦，好，
Oh, okay.
快点帮我把通路修好，不然我就砸下去了。
Hurry up and fix the pathway for me before I smash you in face.
很抱歉，我做不到。
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
即使是无所不能的工具，也要受限于它的应用范畴。
Even an all-powerful tool is limited by its scope of application.
那个通路，它从天而降，并非狼丘的造物。
And that pathway descended from above. It was not created in Langqiu. Oh, okay.
唉，和你说话真费劲。
It's really tiring talking to you. So this thing suggested Coralie stayed back?
哟，
Dodge the Arco?
还是没有任何反应啊。
Still no response, huh?
这也是理所当然。
That's only natural.
曾经唯一一个有资格离开的人，自己选择了放弃。
Once upon a time, the only person who was qualified to leave, those to give up willingly,
而唯一一群有能力离开的人，又亲手毁掉了离开的方法。
and the only group of people with the ability to leave destroyed the means of escape themselves.
如果你还愿意听听我的建议，那么现在最明智的做法，就是物尽其用。
If you are willing to listen to my advice, then the wisest course of action now is to make the most of what we have.
我
Oh my god. Here they come.
呀哈呀哈哈！嘿哟呼呼哈！
For some reason I
有啦，
don't have achievement completed.
去把他们 轻轻敲响，还是和之前一样啊。
They're still the same as before.
难缠，
They may be weaker, but
好吧，
persistent.
那就再来一次。
Fine, let's do it again.
敲呀！哦，好。吧嗒，嘣，等等，
Da boom!
他们不会是
Wait, could it be they are?
状况有点蹊跷。
Something isn't adding up.
人类总喜欢
Humans
讲究效率。
always value efficiency.
要想让某
If you
人
want to
一心
change
转意，
someone's
最
mind,
好的方
the
式
best way is to
恐怕就是
probably to
在效
show
率上拿出
that you
诚
have
意。
been
刚
sincere
刚
by
是我的一
being.
点小心
Begin.
意，感觉上
That was a little gift from me. How do you feel? What do you mean, little gift? Check the gadget.
所以，你把那些怪物
You took care of those monsters?
那片游弋着星辰的天海，影子原本就和他们势同水火，而又此消彼长。
The shadows was already at odds with that vast sea of stars. And now it's a case of one person's folly being another person's future.
不过，这次我想要的只是和你好好谈谈。因此，帮你消灭怪物，在价值层面并不公平。下不为例。
But this time, all I was is to engage in some wholesome conversation with you. So helping you eliminate the monsters would not be fair in terms of value. I won't be so generous next time.
那为什么你之前不这样做？既然你有这种能力，应该不至于被我威胁才对。
Then why didn't you do that before? If you have the ability, you should not have required any threatening from me.
被威胁一下也不会有什么损失吧？
There's no harm in being threatened a little.
相对而言，行动都有代价。如果不能确保有所收获，我还是更乐意什么也不做。
Relatively speaking, every action comes with a cost. So if I can't achieve some gain from it, I would rather do nothing at all.
那如果我真的用锤子砸你呢？
What if I really do smack you with a hammer?
如果长见识的代价只是被砸两下，我倒是无所谓。
Oh my god. If the cost of getting knowledge is taking 1 or 2 hits with a hammer, I don't mind. Okay, Coralie, get ready your hammer.
舍弃唯一的求生机会，却也要执意做些损己利人的事。这种人想见一次可不容易。
To give up the only chance of surviving and still insist on doing something selfless. It's not easy to come across someone like that.
还是正式进行一下自我介绍吧。虽然有些拗口，但你可以称呼我为绝。
Let's formally introduce ourselves then. Although it's a little bit awkward, you can call me Perception. This is awkward.
倒不是我在谋求合作时自夸，比起他所留下的言与目之流，作为工具，我还是要全面得多。
It's not that I'm using this opportunity to toot my own horn compared to the likes of World and Vision that she left. I'm much more of an all-in-one tool.
这好像与所谓的求生机会并无关系。
It seems unrelated to the chance of survival.
你还真是目的明确呀。
You're really quite focused on your goals, huh?
不然呢？按照你的理论，向你进行其他追问，不也意味着需要另外掏钱吗？
So what? According to your theory, asking you more questions would also mean that I would have to pay extra. Isn't that right?
明智的见解。
Clever insight indeed.
毕竟作为工具，我能为你做到的事情实在是太多了一点。对于不知雁足的人来说，这反倒太过危险。
As a mere tool, my capabilities are vast, potentially perilous for the insatiable.
不过，你大可不必如此警惕。等价交换并非我的风格，而是我的机能。
No need for excessive cautious, though an equivalent exchange isn't just my style, but also a mandatory function.
即使你身上真的有利可图，如果我不能先给予你一些什么，促成一场交易，那我同样也没有能力从你身上拿走任何东西。
Even with something valuable on you, I can't take it without first offering something, thereby facilitating a transaction.
所以你到底要怎么帮我修好那个大毛？
So, how are you going to help me fix that huge anchor?
别那么心急啊！即使我此刻的确是这廊丘之内的至高大能，也同样无法立刻实现你的愿望。但这也并不影响它成为交易的内容。
Let's not rush. Despite being the pure and supreme power in Langqiu, instant fulfillment eludes me. Still, it can be part of our transaction.
任何目的的达成，方法不都多种多样吗？
After all, there are many ways to skin a cat, yes?
比如，
Like,
我完全知晓廊丘得以存续的关键，因此，在我的引导下，你完全有能力凭一己之力毁灭眼前的世界。
but okay. I'm well aware of the key to Langqiu existence. With my guidance, you can dismantle the world as you wish. Well, is this why you just told us to stay here?
那么，也就自然能够再次投身入海。
And naturally, dive into the sea once more.
好啊，那我们现在就去。
Very well, let's go then. What about equivalent exchange?
没关系，那我们
Oh, okay. No qualm, I see. In that case, let's... Huh? She did not expected it.
唉，现在你应该明白了吧？随意开玩笑对于我们的交谈没什么帮助。
Do you understand now? Casual banter won't help this conversation at all.
很好。看来总是和松雀待在一起，让我对人类的多样性失去了必要的敏感。那么，直入正题。
Well, it seems that my spending time with Songque made me lose touch with human diversity. Now to the point.
首先，我必须说明一点，你那些朋友的去向我并不知情。
First and foremost, I must make it clear. I don't know where your friends are.
毕竟在廊丘，通路从未像刚才那样被启动过。至于我自己，作为一样工具，也并没有被分配到与之相关的记忆。
After all, in Langqiu, the pathway hasn't been activated like that before. As a mere tool, I also lack the assigned memories related to such occurrences.
当然，工具与工具也存在分别。一位园丁的工具，无论如何都只能用来修剪枝叶，而一位铁匠的工具，却足以成为一场战争的动乱之源。
Tools vary, of course. A gardener tool merely trims, whereas a blacksmith has the potential to create chaos.
而我，属于造物之人的工具。为此，我必须无所不能。就像那些曾以树为名行于世上，并将人间毁去，使之就此分为天堂与地狱的人。
I am a tool of a creator, hence my capabilities should know no bounds, just like the power of those who, in the name of shoes, reverse the world, unlimitedly dividing it into heaven and hell. I cannot... Why does it shoes? I cannot think on shoe right now. But yeah, she's created by a creator. Like the god of Mars?
先不追究你说的天堂与地狱是什么意思，
Let's put aside talk of that heaven and hell for now.
全能之神能否创造出他无法举起的石头？难道你们是想现场表演一下这个悖论吗？
Can God create a stone so heavy, even he himself can't lift it? Are you trying to give a live demonstration?
这倒是很容易理解吧。
This, I trust, is readily comprehensible, correct?
作为造物之人的工具，我的无所不能终究要囿于规则之中，而以术为名的几位却时刻立于其上。
As the creator's tool, inevitably, my omnipotence is constrained by rules. In contrast, those in the name of Shu can always stand above them.
他们能够创造出这样一种规则，
Why they could even create rules like
在这个世界上，我所创造的所有我无法举起来的石头，都是我可以举起来的石头。
in this world, all the stones created by me, but I cannot lift, are in fact stones I may lift. You create stones yourself that you cannot lift, but you may lift.
文字游戏。
It's just a wordplay. Okay.
总之，在你看来，想要启动那边的装置，也就只有求助于你说的那些术。不过，你真的有必要把花绕这么大一圈吗？
So all in all, you believe that in order to activate the device there, I must seek the assistance of the shoes you mentioned. But seriously, did you really need to talk in circles like that?
有必要。作为工具，于合理的范围内，我会一字不差地达成你的要求。
It is necessary. As a tool within reasonable limits, I will fulfill your request to the later.
但也正因为一字不差，在向我提出要求的时候，也请务必小心谨慎。
However, due to the precision required when making requests, please proceed with cautious.
以免在看到结果的时候，才开始后悔自己当初的表述不够清晰。
We don't want regret due to unclear expressions, do we?
如你所见，我唯一的使用者不知所踪，总要有人代替他履行职责。但让任何一位树从永眠中醒来，都称得上是一桩弥天之罪。
As you can see, my sole use is missing, and someone must step in to fulfill her duties. However, awakening any Shu from eternal slumber is considered a mortal sin. What do you mean? You really want us to make a mortal sin? Okay, what a request.
看来你还有其他事没有告诉我。
Seems like there's more you are not telling me.
不，事情很单纯。我不知道在你的来处是否也有关于造物主的传说。
No, it's actually simple. I don't know if there are legends about a creator. Where are you from?
如果你选择去寻找他们，最终你绝不会认为自己行为高尚，而只会认为自己不可饶恕。
If you seek them out, you will likely find your actions becoming less noble and more unforgivable in the end.
那很好，因为我既不高尚，也不需要饶恕。
That's fine. I'm neither noble nor in need of forgiveness. Based.
我并不在乎你的文字游戏，也不在乎你背后的目的。我只需要重启通路和伙伴会合，继续我们的一心之旅。
I don't care about your world games or your motives. I just need to restart the pathway, reunite with my companions, and continue our journey.
很好，那预祝我们合作愉快。
Good. Shall we wish for pleasant cooperation?
就这样而已吗？会不会太草率了？
Is that all? Isn't that a bit hasty?
如果你想签订契约，恐怕眼下没什么能将你我一同约束的准则。
If you want to make a contract, I'm afraid there is currently no rule that can bind us together.
倒也不用那么麻烦。要不出发之前你先叫我一声主人。
Coralie. No need for such formality. How about we start with you calling me Master?
主
Mas.
好了，也不用这么当真。现在可以确定你的确没有什么幽默细胞。
Alright, don't take it seriously. I'm no... Alright, don't take it seriously. I'm now perfectly sure that you actually do lack a sense of humor. Coralie, you understand, it's not about your humor, or like the sense of humor lacking people, it's just how your expression doesn't even tell that you make it like humorous way. Your expression tells like you're dead serious. It probably will be the whole part 2 like this. Isn't it? Like, it will be running joke at this point, right?
而且现在玩这个也没意思，等以后有外人的时候再让你这么称呼我。
Besides, there's no point in you calling me master right now. Let's save it for later, when others are around. Okay, great.
出发吧，第一步该怎么做？
So what's the first step?
这需要你说出你想要做的事，或者你想要的东西，就像施工图纸一样，越详细越好。
This decides you to state what you want to do or what you desire. Think of it like a blueprint. The more detailed, the better.
那就直接带我去我现在最应该去的地方吧。
Then take me directly to a place I should be right now.
基于我对人工智能那微妙的不信任，比起过渡你和我的口述，让你直接进行自动寻路，恐怕才更符合我的诉求。
Given my subtle mistrust of artificial intelligence, letting you engage in auto-navigation aligns more with my preferences.
还真是奇怪的需求。
That's a peculiar request.
不过也好，熟悉使用方法的过程，当然也得包括犯错。
Well, getting familiar with the process also includes making mistakes.
那如你所愿。
Alright, then. As you wish.
这里和我们要去做的事情又有什么关系？
Does this place have any relevance to what we are about to do?
像我说过的那样，提出要求的时候，总归还是越详细越好。
As I said, when making requests, the more detailed, the better.
哪怕是些微歧义，往往也会让你事与愿违。
Even slightly ambiguity can lead to unintended outcomes.
不过比起一些更加严重而危险的谬误，眼前的情况至少没有危及性命。
Compared to some more serious and dangerous efforts, the current situation, at least, doesn't endanger your life.
可我为什么最应该来这里？
But why is this the place I should be? In a timely fashion, the girl's stomach rumbles with a gurgle, signaling her hunger.
倒的确是一字不差，你应该先提醒我的。
It really is to the letter. You should have reminded me earlier.
因为事实上我的确不在乎。
Well, I really don't care.
很长一段时间里，我需要做的事情只有2件：被使用，以及确保自己还能够被使用。
For a very long time, I only had 2 things to do: be used and ensure I was still usable.
你应当明白，一把被握在手里的刀，并没有义务提醒它的使用者不要去抹自己的脖子。
You should understand that a knife held in hand isn't obligated to remind its use not to cut their own throat.
当然，如果你有相应的遗愿，我倒是也可以提供一些建议。
Of course, if you have corresponding wishes, I can offer some advice.
你就不能抛出一些正面的话题吗？
Don't you have anything positive to share?
如果这也是你的需求，那么当然可以。
If that's what you ask for, then sure, I can make the adjustment.
比如，你可以利用这场谬误，正确的补充养分，而在这段时间中，我可以帮助你做一些探索性的尝试。
For instance, you can use this mistake to correctly replenish nutrition. During this time, I can assist you with some exploratory attempts.
是关于你说的那种树吗？
It is about the shoes you mentioned.
倒也没错，在叫醒他们之前，那些人也的确需要用另一种方式补充养分。不过，我刚才其实是指
Correct. Before waking them up, those people indeed need to replenish nutrients in a different way. But I was actually referring to thanking you for watching, listening, and wishing you a great day, night, afternoon, and see you in the next episode.